It's Becky and I'm here today to show you what I've picked up in the Prime sales, all arty stuff and art related things here. So just a modest amount, I think. So it shouldn't take too long, but let me share with you what I found and you can let me know what you found too. So starting off with Ohuhu, and this is my current favorite journal, and there was a nice bargain to be had on the 2-pack. Now these are huge. This is alcohol marker paper. This is an 8.3-inch squared, plus you have the one at the back, which is 8 by, what would that be? 8 by 11 thereabouts. So I haven't opened these yet because I'm going to keep these ones fresh, but here's the one that I've been using on my Sunday live streams if you've been watching me color along or playing along with me. So this is exactly the book that I use. It is not the bleed proof paper because I don't like that for alcohol markers, but this is, yeah, super smooth. So make sure you always use a nice smooth paper designed for markers if you are intending to sustain the longevity of your nibs and things like that, and you want to get the best results. So this 2-pack, now I can do some larger format artwork as well. And it is heavy. These are hardbound. So yeah, recommend that one. And then I stumbled across these apologies for me getting it dirty already. These Paul Rubens travel watercolor books with a twist. Okay, so these are quite unique. This is a set of their glitter watercolor cardstock. Now, when they say glitter, I feel pearlescent. You know, it's giving more like pearly kind of watercolor paper, but I have this loose. I have a pack of their loose pearlescent watercolor sheets, and it is really charming to work with. But not only that, so if you're wondering, well, why does it not fit the book? It comes with this. I'm really looking forward to playing with this because this is like travel watercolor novelty extreme here. So let's have a look. Look at that. Look at the size of my hand. And look at that tiny, dainty little palette. And it's on a little clip, so you can remove this. You can take that off. Chuck a little, that's just the band from it. Chuck a little brush with you when you go out. And now you can do your little watercolor, sparkly watercolor drawings out and about. So I thought that was super cute, and I really want to play with those. And I'm going to play with those. I'm going to do some abstract watercolor work to see if I can, I don't know, harness the pearlescentness of it. But it also means with those sparkles, it means that there's no pressure to fill the page, because by having your focal point and then a beautiful iridescent background kind of completes the image anyway. And you can tear these pages out, of course. It's not bound. So if you did want to keep them all as a book, good luck, because these are, you know, they're going to come loose. That's what's going to happen. But then you have a nice little hard surface, maybe for sketching or something. I feel like this has recyclability appeal as well. 2 sizes they did. So I bought this one first and I was like, oh, that's too cute. And then this one as well. I was like, no, I'm going to go back for the little pocket-sized one. What have we got here? So 24 sheets. Was this on 24 sheets as well? Yeah, 24 sheets, 300 grams, Paul Rubens. This one is the size of my palm, pretty much. Well, not my palm, my whole hand. This one's the size of my whole hand. And let me take a little, have one of these here. I forget the sizes off the top of my head, but let's just, so this little one is about 4 inches by 6, but don't forget you lose this little bit there. So it's about 4 by 6. This one is 9, so about 8 by 5. Yeah, so very cute sizes, very portable. I'm going to love that. Let's see what else we got. Okay, this book I've heard about for a while. I've seen it every art shop I go to, every time I go to Michael's, anywhere that there's a, you know, somewhere selling art books. I see it a lot, and I had a flick through a few times in store and thought, oh, this is great. And this one popped up on a really good deal for me. If you have not met this, this is 1,500 color mixing recipes for oil, acrylic, and watercolor. Well, I do all of those things. And the main reason now, color mixing is something you build over time. And I am working through the Betty Edwards color book. So the author of Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. I am trying to improve my skills innately in color anyway. But then I thought that one of the things that's holding me up immediately right now is the portrait color side of things. And I have been battling a little bit with that, trying different ways. It's almost like there's many roads to Rome when it comes to portrait mixing. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's confusing me a little bit. So I'm really keen on this whole section, but then not only the color mixing itself, but the planes, this part here, the facial planes. So the way that this author has literally all the planes mapped out with which recipe of the colors to use, you kind of had me there. So what a delight this book's going to be. I love that it is spiral bound. Got a section for your notes. Obviously they've got landscapes, you know, information on how to use the recipes. So I just think this is just a really good reference. This isn't something that you're just going to pick up once and then be like, okay, I did a thing. This is going to be, you know, we've got watercolors and yeah, I mean, this is, I don't think I need to say much, do I? It's going to take you through this author's theory. I should quote them. William F. Powell is going to take you through his color theories and how he gets to the colors he wants. But here we go. This is the bit I was looking for. You also have these. Let me find some paper. You have a color mixing grid for oil and acrylic. So it's telling you how to basically use, you know, how much oil to squeeze out. And then you can use your palette knife to then take it off and put it onto your palette. So it's very precise. It's very scientific. And then likewise with your watercolor. Do these come out or are these stuck? Yes, and they are removable. So it's got a lot of usefulness in this. So I think considering the nature of this book, if you find this one on sale on a good price, I think it's well worth the investment. Just a very nondescript item, but if you keep things like this going into your basket, I've wanted this. I was going to pick this up about a year ago, but didn't because, you know, I try not to just go crazy, but I still wanted it. Keep the things in your basket for saved for later, and then always check those Amazon notifications where it goes price changed. And the price jumped down quite a bit on this. So I was like, oh, it's a couple of bucks now. So I'll pick this up because I still want it. And that's a really good one for exercising the spending issues if you are a little bit impulsive. So keep checking it. Also, I noticed on the Amazon app now on the mobile phone is where the price is, you can click on price history and it'll pull up its little AI bot. And then you can also check it defaults to 30 days and it will show you a little graph of the prices. But you can change that to 90 days. And you can also kind of just double check that the price didn't just jump up before a sale and then come back down to sometimes higher than what it was before the sale. But keep an eye on that. So always double check your prices if spending is something that you want to be mindful of. But yeah, so pop your little things, all your little bits and pieces into your saved for later. And then as soon as it comes on to a price that is desirable, snag it. Now, I am an art teacher. Yay. So I saw this, actually a colleague of mine. I'm very, very very fond of of the enablers that I work with. And my colleague is also very into art. And we were talking about art therapy and she came across these cards and I had seen them before, but she had spotted that they were on offer. And so we both went out and we bought a set of these cards each because they're just really nice. I don't know. They're really nice activities. Let me explain what they do. So either for myself or for the classroom, not sure yet, probably for both. Boost self-esteem and reduce anxiety and stress. 75 unique activities, each with a full color reference photo of the completed creation. Benefits, supply lists, instructions, estimated time commitments for each activity. Art therapy, background resources, and tips for unlocking your creativity. Da, 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 da. Okay, so you've got different sections. So it might be good for art block, but it also might be good if, you know, I just have a really adorable image in my head of, you know, when I become a grandmother and then sitting down on the weekends looking after my grandbabies and just, you know, having a little bit of art play. But yeah, you've got the different, which is this? You've got painting as one category, drawing. So all the colors are different mediums. So you can just go to where you want. Writing, collage, photography and digital art, and sculpture, and mixed media. So got a little bit of this and that, and I suppose it's got a lot of replayability. Let's have a look. So here's what one of the front of the cards looks like, and here's what the back looks like. You've got your instructions. So trace each hand on paper with pen or marker, and then write things in your life that you want to let go of on the left hand, and on the right hand, write anything you want to call into your life. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I love that. That's really nice. And then there's got some explorative questions. So I guess that's the therapy side of things coming through on these. But yeah, this is a really charming way to kind of get a little bit of art therapy into your life, and it was a bargain. Okay, so Paul, my mate Paul Rubes, he's obviously stolen the show this time, because not only with those sparkly watercolor papers, but I did go ahead and see the deal that was on these artist watercolor tubes. You've got 36 tubes of watercolor paint in here, and then obviously I had to go and get myself an off-brand empty palette, so we'll have a look at that. Obviously links to everything will be down below if you're curious. Okay, so here's your information. Let's take a little look at these. I'm really excited to play with these. I've heard really good things about these paints. Look at that. Okay, so we've got 36 colors, 5 ml tubes of watercolor. And let me know if you are interested in a swatching or a playing video, or like a review video in general of these. But they're pretty well received by the YouTubers that I've come across, because obviously I like to do my research. I don't like to, when something's affordable like the Paul Rubens brand is, I just want to double check that it's good quality. And this is where we're getting stumped, is because they are really good quality by all accounts. So yeah, downside is over here, I don't believe we can get open stock. I think they do elsewhere in the world, but we can't get open stock at this moment, probably for the price that makes it worth it. But as a starter set of tubes, I think this might be really nice, because then obviously as you deplete one of your colors, you can then move into, you know, buy a likewise color in another brand. So really good starter set to get going, especially at the price that it came up on. And then for my palette option, I picked this one up because, and I think these are like stickies or something for, they look like foam pads though, but yeah, they're going to stick your pans down. But I liked this one because it comes with both half and full pans. So I'm thinking that I quite like doing the split primaries as my main option. So I'm probably going to do like full pans of the split primaries, and then any of the common colors that I use. And then, I don't know, maybe some of the blues where I want to get a bigger brush in to do washes of skies or ocean or something. That might be a good option. But yeah, I thought this palette was quite cute. And then obviously it has its little bonus, if I can get it up, bonus mixing station underneath. Okay, Well, that's me in a nutshell for this week. So let me know if there's anything here that you've got your eyes on, or if there's anything that you think I've missed. But stay safe, stay colourful, and I'll see you soon.